with all of this discussion around how diversity, equity, and inclusion policies are discriminatory in the long history of anti-integration in this country and reaction and opposition to the Civil Rights Act, the Fair Housing Act, and more, I think one of the things that we need to take a look at is the world that they're fighting for, a world without diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, which is to say the default, which is to say workplaces that are honestly kind of like Congress, because the population of the United States, as we mentioned, is about 59% white. Do you know what percentage of Congress is white?
I don't, but I know that we finally have 60 members of the Congressional Black Caucus, which is progress.
But even then, 75%. White Americans make up 60%, 59% of the US population, 75% of Congress. Men are 50% of the population and make about 70% of Congress. When we see institutions of power, when we see, and that is reflected in almost any institutional organization of power, and when we even just try to have the basic acknowledgement that it would be good to encourage not an unreflective body, not unreflective workforce, but a workforce that barely even reaches the proportion of representation of what everyday Americans look like. That's somehow anti-white discrimination, anti-male discrimination, anti-straight discrimination, anti-cisgender discrimination. I mean, come on, folks. What are we doing here?
Oh no. Oh no, you're retarded. Oh.